Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. A new high-grade silver zone has been explored and discovered and confirmed by Sierra Metals. Let's explore! Yes, this comes to us from BusinessWire.com, which is a Berkshire Hathaway company. In other words, it's owned by Warren Buffett. It's amazing indeed. Precious metals, how ironic that can be. But regardless, this is a very interesting story out of Toronto. Sierra Metals Incorporated announces the discovery of a new high-grade silver zone with significant widths in an area called a northeast-southwest system of epithermal veins, and is providing a corporate update for its Cusi mine in Mexico. The new high-grade silver vein system was discovered as a consequence of a combination of mine development work in recent months and confirmatory drilling, which is reported in the press release, which includes true widths of 17.5 meters of 428 grams per ton silver, 464 grams per ton silver equivalent, 9.35 meters of 304 grams per ton silver, or 327 grams per ton silver equivalent. And then so these are the reporting, the numbers here. And Sierra Metals announced with a press release on June 29, 2018, the discovery of a 40-meter wide high-grade stockwork area within the Santa Rosa de Lima vein in Cusi. As an area was developed for mining in the later part of 2019 and early 2020, our geologists reinterpreted the stockwork structure as a series of high-grade veins that had an orientation perpendicular to the Santa Rosa de Lima structure. The most important implication of this reinterpretation is that rather than a widening of the Santa Rosa de Lima zone, those veins extended further to the northeast side of the Cusi fault, which was considered barren of silver mineralization before. Note that the Cusi fault coincides with the Santa Rosa de Lima structure. All the historic silver mineralization of the Cusi mine reported by the Sierra Metals was in the southwestern side of the regional fault, not the northeast side. The new discovery is an extension of the Cusi vein systems in the northeast of the fault, and rather than barren, the veins are reporting silver grades and widths above the average of the structures previously known at the mine of the southwest of the Cusi fault. The company has plans to drill an additional 1,000 meters to better understand the extension of the zone at depth and to the northeast. This mineralized zone is made up of multiple veins extending over 300 meters in length, which are in proximity to the existing operations. The Cusi mine is located within the municipality of Cuchiriachi in the central portion of the state of Chihuahua in Mexico. The mine area encompasses 11,657 hectares at an elevation range of 1950 to 2460 meters above sea level in the Sierra Madre Occidental mountain range. And there's a chart of the highlights of the drill holes there. Fascinating indeed. This is and then here's the map showing the region here of the northeast system area, and sort of a graph that shows what these things are. Fascinating indeed. A pretty detailed map here of the regions and how that's displayed there. Fascinating indeed. So there you have it. Just a little background about Sierra Metals. They are a Latin American precious and base metals producer. So they do other metals as well. Now we saw from this charts that they obviously are, see the other metals as well too. But that mine is a primary producing silver mine. The company owns and operates 3 mines in commercial production: the Urachuri mine in Peru and the Bolivar and Cusi mines in Mexico. So they have 2 mines in Mexico there. Sierra Metals was formerly known as Debra Exploration Incorporated, began exploration development work in Mexico in early 2003. In 2004, the Bolivar Mine Company, our property, was acquired and active development was done to advance the property towards production. 2006, a rapid expansion of the Akushi Silver District resulted in the acquisition of a 100 square kilometer property encompassing 12 former silver mines. From 2006 to 2011, the company shipped high-grade development ore from the Bolivar project to its wholly owned Malpaso mill. Starting in 2009, the company started producing silver doré at the Malpaso mill from development ore at the Cusi project. So there's a little background for Sierra Metal. It's pretty interesting. Again, this is something that is probably not a huge, big impact, but I think it's enough to be certainly take note of. Luis Marchis, CEO of Sierra Metals, commented, "Today's drilling results demonstrate the potential for further development of high-grade zones in Cusi. We are excited for further drill results, as they, along with today's results, will potentially increase the value of the asset and play an important role in our growth strategy for the Cusi mine." Plain map we saw there, and here is the mineralized intercepts here that show gold, silver, lead, zinc, and magnesium. So now I'm not sure if this is well, apparently, this is a primary silver mine, because you can see the amount grams per ton of silver and gold and the percentages for the other metals there. So it looks like this is a primary silver mine. For each drill hole, we can see here the numbers, grams per ton, that silver is dominant here. So this is fascinating news. And it sort of is something that I had made. I'm bringing this news to you because I had made mention in a prior video about how primary silver mining is going into new lows. But I mentioned in that video that new discoveries will be found for primary silver mining, and this is an example of that. And the numbers here show it here of what the drilling systems are discovering here. So I think it's quite telling for sure. That there's still hope for primary silver mining, and that will help increase, but I think the vast majority of silver produced is as a secondary of other metals out there. But pretty exciting news. What will that do to the price? My guess is it won't have that much of an effect. This is just one mine in one region. But it just goes to show you that there's more silver out there, and they will dig it out of the ground, especially if demand intensifies again. And so that is the kind of thing that we like to see, for sure. And for those of us that are stacking silver, it's a little bit frustrating right now, as I mentioned in prior videos, and silver has not quite performed to the level we think it should at this point in time. It has been, gold to silver ratio has been high even before the COVID-19, but it has increased dramatically over COVID-19 and has not recovered, at least from the ratio. The price has recovered, but the ratio has not recovered between gold and silver. Gold has well outperformed and has led to a shift in thinking in the community about where silver will be. And I certainly am concerned as well. I don't give up hope on silver by any stretch. I still believe in it, still buy it, just not to the levels that I'm focusing on gold right now. And as a collector, it's a little different animal for me anyways. But nonetheless, when you do buy gold, you do typically do well. And of course, especially if you spend to a criteria above to avoid taxes, you can get there much closer with gold than you can silver. If you spend $900 on a bunch of silver, you are having to pay a pretty big amount of taxes on it. Plus, with the premiums, it makes it more difficult to justify that cost and recapture that at the time of selling, especially if you try to buy online. You're not going to escape taxation online anymore. I don't know of a single bullion dealer out there now that doesn't collect sales taxes for the states. So news like this about the high-grade silver being discovered, either will give us some confidence in silver, or it may help us lose confidence because there's more silver going to be drilled and taken onto the market. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'm still somewhat bullish for silver by the end of the year, but news like this certainly could help stave that off a bit. We'll find out. But what are your thoughts about this situation? How much effect do you think this is going to have on the price? As I mentioned, I don't think it'll have too much effect. And let me know what your thoughts are about silver overall and silver mining. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.